Welcome back to Crypto Toronto. In this video, I would like to discuss Cardano and how it's currently performing, especially after yesterday's price action. We have seen an incredible drop in the crypto market. So let's take a look at what we could expect during this weekend and how Monday perhaps will look like. Also, if you are right now watching, do not forget to smash up that subscribe button down below. I highly appreciate if we would reach the 1.6k subscribers. So do not forget to do so, and let's get started on Cardano. So what I think is absolutely important here, we have seen major price action inside of this falling wedge pattern, and most importantly, we have already seen multiple touch points below this descending resistance, and as well we have seen major touch points on top of this descending support. And right now we are once more heading towards the direction of the descending support zone. So that is absolutely crucial to me that we stay inside of this pattern, because once we still are inside of this pattern, it is actually likely that we are eventually going to see a trend reversal, a breakout, and a major continuation of momentum towards the upside, heading towards the $2.96. But right now, what I would like to discuss during this video is to see where we could perhaps see struggles of support within the upcoming hours and days, and as well I would like to discuss a small tad something about Bitcoin. So let's get started with this horizontal ray, or this thin blue line that you're currently seeing on the daily time frame. And what I think is absolutely important is that we actually held strong on top of this range previously already multiple times. Right now we are once more retesting this range. So for me, it is absolutely of utmost importance to see if a possible stronghold could be created on top of this range before seeing further increase in price action, and once more heading towards a touch point underneath this descending resistance and a possible breakout occur towards the $2.96. Before looking further into Cardano, I would like to discuss just for a small tad the Bitcoin CME chart. So on the CME, we did actually close on Friday at approximately $38,180, meaning with the current price action of Bitcoin at $35,430, what I think is actually quite good to know is that we have a major CME gap right now taking place, and therefore I'm convinced that we will be actually seeing momentum towards the upside, especially on Monday, due to the fact that we would like to see this CME gap actually get filled. So that is absolutely something I wanted to say right away, that we have to take into consideration that we did close far higher on the Bitcoin CME futures, and therefore we could expect major momentum towards the upside on Monday to fill in this gap that we actually saw getting created during this weekend. Well, let's get started on Cardano, and what I think is actually quite important is to take a look immediately at the EMA ribbon and as well at the MACD on the 4-hourly time frame. If we enable the EMA ribbon and the MACD, what you can clearly see on the EMA ribbon is that we are actually breaking down below the EMA ribbon, and this not anymore a level of support as we did saw previously, but it right now became once more a level of resistance. Therefore, if we do actually hold strong on top of the $1.05 range, or on top of the thin blue horizontal line of support, it is of crucial importance that we are still seeing a major zone of resistance above us. So therefore, if we do see continuation towards the upside afterwards, we have to take into consideration that the EMA ribbon will be serving as a level of resistance above us. Absolutely very important. Also, what I think is actually looking very well is that we did already experience major momentum towards the downside on the 4-hourly MACD. Therefore, if we manage to hold strong, perhaps on top of the thin blue line or on top of the descending support down below us, it is highly likely that we are going to eventually see a decline in momentum towards the downside, and therefore a possible crossover occur on the 4-hourly time frame. And once this occurs, it is highly likely that we are going to experience momentum towards the upside afterwards. That is absolutely something I'm personally looking forward to. So the MACD on the 4-hourly time frame is actually looking very well. If we take a look at the 1-hourly time frame, what we have seen is as well something very similar. We did experience major momentum towards the downside. We are right now seeing even further continuation of momentum towards the downside, but we are already seeing that minor decline in this momentum taking place, heading towards a possible crossover on the 1-hourly time frame, meaning that a stronghold could be created on top of this horizontal level of support at $1.05, or perhaps a small decline and find support on top of this descending support. Well, this being said, I would like to say right away that I'm going to enable the RSI on both the 4-hourly and 1-hourly time frame, and I would like to discuss that as well right away. But before doing so, I'm actually going to disable the EMA ribbon, and what I'm going to show you is actually this trend line that we are currently creating. This is a trend line right here, and this is a descending resistance in the immediate short term. We have already seen multiple touch points below this range, and what I think is actually crucial right now about this trend line is that we want to see actually a breakout occur above it and see afterwards further continuation towards the upside. So we would like to see a continuation towards the upside once we break above this range and head straight back up towards the touch point underneath the descending resistance and a possible breakout, as I said previously, towards $2.96. But in the immediate short term, I must say that it does look very good how Cardano's price action is taking place, due to the fact that we are clearly seeing a stronghold getting found on top of this horizontal level of support at $1.05. Especially if we look at the RSI, what I think is absolutely looking marvelous is that we did already see a breakdown underneath the dotted line on the lower part, and we are actually quite far down below on the RSI, meaning that right now it is absolutely likely that we are going to create a stronghold where we are currently trading at, and that we are going to see further continuation towards the upside afterwards, because we do not have even more space to see a great decline taking place. And what is this actually showing us as well? This is showing us that a further decline below the descending support of the falling wedge pattern on the daily time frame, this white line that we are clearly seeing underneath us, will be a stronghold for the immediate short term, and that is something that I'm not concerned about right now. And I think this price action is actually quite good, because we will manage to hold strong on inside of this falling wedge. What is absolutely crucial, due to the fact that we want to stay inside of this daily pattern. Otherwise, if we do actually break down below this descending support range, it will be quite clear to me that a further decline will be taking place even further. But right now it does look like we are going to manage to create a stronghold on top of this area at $1.05. And otherwise, if we do see an even further decline, we could see a stronghold getting created on top of the $90 and as well on top of this descending support. So clearly we are still inside of this pattern, and therefore I'm not concerned about the price action at all, due to the fact that if we do see afterwards a further increase taking place, we could perhaps head towards a possible breakout heading towards the $2.96, as I've said previously during this video. Also, on the 4-hourly time frame, if we look at the RSI, so we are breaking now down below on the dotted line on the 4-hourly time frame as well, meaning that a stronghold is actually inevitable to occur where we are currently at. And even more important, if we do see a further increase in price action taking place, we will still have plenty of momentum to do so. So therefore, right now, I personally think that the price action does look good. If we are going to expect something during this weekend, well, I personally think perhaps what we're going to see during this weekend's price action is mostly sideways trading or accumulation. And perhaps we are going to experience on Monday that major leg towards the upside, as I've said previously, due to the fact that we are right now creating that major Bitcoin CME gap that might get filled on Monday. So therefore, we could expect major price action on Bitcoin and as well a continuation towards the upside on Cardano. Hopefully you did enjoy this content, and if you did, do not forget to smash up those thumbs up down below. It will be highly appreciated, and you will be supporting the channel by doing so. So thank you very much and have a nice day.